What up? And welcome to another episode of From the Script to the Screen, Bleach Edition. Episode 37 of 1,000 Year Blood War is out now. So as always, you guys already know, gotta give a shout out to the Studio Perriot Films. I want to give a shout out to the creator, Tite Kubo. Appreciate all parties involved. Another phenomenal episode. Love what they did this week. Another week of action. But we also got a little bit of backstory, and I was completely wrong. But this week, we covered chapters 650, 51, 52, and 653. Jumping into volume 72 for now. Emphasis on the for now, because you guys know they've been jumping around. I was wrong on what I thought we were going to see this week, and I was wrong on Shunsoi's Bankai in a way. So getting right into it, we see that Lile undergoes another transformation, and this person is completely different from the one that we were first introduced to. He's even speaking different, so I was tripping out this week. His whole bit of being something similar to God and that the Soul Reapers were sinful came back to bite him later on, but had me cracking up throughout the episode. We also got some backstory on Shunsoi, and to make a long story short, he described how a good time in his life, peaceful time, was when his brother got married to Nanao's mother, letting us know that that's his niece, was again just something that he enjoyed. But it also let us know that Nanao's family on her mother's side had a curse going on, and unfortunately the person that married into the family would pass away shortly on. And so he stated that Ohana birthed her for this reason. He was able to hide her sword in his second sword. When we do get introduced to her sword, we find out that it's not an actual sword for battle. It was something that was for worship in a way. It was able to reflect a god's power, and it was a sword that was handed down. Translates to divine 8-mirrored sword, and true to the name, it can reflect power, strong power at that, so making it pretty formidable. I don't know if this has something to do with the curse, but who knows. And so I was wrong, because I thought that Shunsoi's kimono was a reflection of his second sword, but we find out that not only the kimono, but the hairpins that he wears is paying homage to both his brother and his wife, Nanao's mother, who was also executed for giving him the sword. And so even though Shunsoi didn't want to give Nanao the sword because her mother tried to keep her away from it, dire circumstances called for desperate measures, and she pulled it out. Shout out to Lile, because I love, again, what the studio did, because his attacks were super powerful and destructive. And so when he was charging up to let off one final blow, shout out to Perriot Films, love the animation this week, he let it off, just unfortunately ran into a mirrored sword. Definitely my favorite panel of the week. Shout out to Nanao and her family heirloom. Like we see, even though Lile was able to fire a powerful attack, it was reflected back at him and took him out. And so definitely looking forward to next week. We see that even though Shunsoi was trying to catch up with the rest of the group, he did take on some injuries and decides to take a break. I have no idea where they're taking us next week. Don't know what volume or what chapters they're gonna cover since they've been jumping around. But I think they might get back to the Quincy's and the internal conflict that they're having. I think it'll be important to find out how some of the Quincy's got to where they're at. But with all that being said, as always, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. And to the manga readers, let me know what you guys thought about the adaptation. Till next time.